What's up? Behind me is the Chattahoochee River. I really don't want to fish the river today. Today, I'm going creek fishing. I needed creek fishing baits, so I hopped on BassPro.com. And I came up with quite a haul. Now, let me explain myself. I'll be honest, the idea for this video came from watching Richard Gene, the Fishing Machine. After watching about 2 of his videos of him catching some awesome looking fish on a creek, I thought, it's time to do it. So I hopped on BassPro.com and things kind of got out of hand. Welcome to my first ever no budget creek fishing challenge. Let me show you what I bought. So first things first, I knew that I needed a designated box for my creek fishing gear. I went with the Bass Mafia. She's kind of pricey. In my opinion, it's a super awesome box, super durable, and that's what I'm liking. It's also waterproof, water resistant. Now, I may have gotten too small a box. We're about to find out. Let's assemble it. So one thing you're gonna find in creeks most of the time is a hellgrammite. It's a grammite from, you know. So I bought 2 different kinds. I bought some that are kind of translucent, and I bought some that you can't see through. There's a word for that, and I can't remember it. It's not transparent, because then you'd be able to see all the way through it. These are, let me know in the comments. This is something that a lot of people are gonna not see as a creek fishing bait, but just hear me out. These creeks a lot of times have bass and crappie and anything else that would eat something tiny. I mean, sure, it's a lizard. I mean, a brim would eat that. Take 4 or 5 days, but it's meal prep. To be able to throw my lizards, I have purchased a pack of 1/0 hooks, worm hooks, and weights. Now these weights are tiny. I mean, literally tiny. 1/32 ounce. Speaking of our worm hooks, I have also purchased a Richard Gene special. So these are Super Fluke Juniors. Tiny, tiny flukes. Perfect size for a small bass in a creek. And in my opinion, I feel like a big fish would eat that too. I don't think we're gonna run into anything over 3 pounds, but if we do, that'll be plenty big enough. I'm not even gonna spend much time talking about them. These are rooster tails, you guys know about them. They catch fish anywhere. I've also purchased the Finesse TRD to be thrown on a Ned head, but what is awesome, I've also purchased, this is a micro TRD. So peanut butter and jelly is the color. We've bought the Finesse, we've bought the micro. We ought to be able to catch any fish in the creek, big or small. So for my TRD baits, I bought a pack of shroom heads, and I felt like the hooks were gonna be kind of big on those, so I also bought some tiny jig heads to throw the micro TRD. Hopefully that'll pair up right. Don't think it'll matter much. Maybe we'll catch one. All right, that covers all of our soft plastics. Now this is what I was excited about. To be honest, this bait right here got me interested in doing the whole video. I watched my main man catching them on this bait, and I thought, let me do that. So I picked up 3 of them. These are original Rapala F3s. Tiny bait, they float. They're perfect for catching any fish in a creek, in a stream. Most excited about these baits. To be honest, I wasn't exactly sure that I was buying the right thing when I bought those, so I also bought these, and I don't really like them. They do sink, and they've only got 1 treble hook, and they're even smaller. Not particularly excited, but we got them. Also purchased a 1/8 ounce Strike King Bitsy minnow. Looks like it'll get eaten up. I threw it in the cart. Now, just say there's a giant fish in the creek, a giant, Big Bertha. I think she'll eat that. This is a river to sea whopper plopper, but the 75. I normally throw the 90 or the, you know, that one that's bigger than the 90. I'm not big with numbers, guys. I'm more of a letters guy. Unless they're all packed in together, I don't read books. Whopper plopper, 75. That's what you want. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why did you buy a 4-pound test line? Let me show you. I bought a rod too. So I feel like the rod may be, I don't want to say the most important thing, because without a lure, we can't catch fish. The rod's very important. You don't want to use your broomstick that you throw a jig with to catch a 5-pound bass. And you also don't want to use your little rod and reel that you use to catch tiny brim. You could do that. I personally wanted something in the middle. You also don't want a rod that's so light it doesn't even show up on a scale. Oh, that feels good. Now, like I said, she's light. This is a 6-foot, medium light action, fast tip rod. I know what you're thinking. What kind of reel are you gonna put on it? So, remember Walmart's most expensive panfish setup that we did? I just used the reel off of that rod and reel, and that's what we got for today. And this thing feels sweet. This combo right here would probably come in around $130, which is kind of pricey for creek fishing, but I mean, it's like the nicest creek fishing rod and reel I've ever owned. So I'm gonna take a second and put all of my baits in my brand new box, and we'll see what we got. Let's crack this old girl open and see what we have. I mean, that's looking wonderful. Well, nothing wrong with that. I have my box, I've got our new rod and reel, and it's time to go fishing. See you guys at the water. We have made it to our creek and she's looking fishy. Nice little waterfall right there, and let me just tell you, there's a little bit of depth on the other end. And that's the main thing you want in this type situation. Find the deepest water and hopefully you'll find the biggest fish. We're going to see. I would be lying if I said that I hadn't been out here before. I came out here the other day and scoped the place out. I tried to start the video, but I realized that I couldn't get down to the water. So I wanted to come back with a kayak, but I did catch a few fish. Check them out. Oh my gosh, what do I have? Oh my goodness. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, please don't break me off. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this fish up. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Oh my goodness, what do I have? I've got another big one. Oh, come on. Let's go. Dude. Oh my gosh, Chris, that is the biggest one. I'm gonna lose this fish if I'm not careful. And that's a big one. He's gone. Yeah, so it went pretty good. Now all I have to do, get this kayak dumped in the water and we're gonna fish our way downstream. I think it's gonna be good. I believe that I have found a location that is gonna produce a bigger fish than I was expecting, because all I was expecting was like a 1 pounder. I think we're gonna catch a 2 pounder. Let's see. Okay, so you guys saw it. I lost a pretty good fish on the whopper plopper. I just wanna toss it around right here and just see, is there anything right here willing to bite the old whopper plopper? Oh man, I bumped it off of that rock. Oh my goodness. That was a big one. All right, I'm about to catch a big fish. What it looks like is happening is I'm reeling this thing too slow. They're coming up and they're swiping at the very back of it. I think that if I burn this next cast, I'll catch that fish. Make sure my drag's set. Oh, that was gonna be a problem. All right, there we go. I think I'm about to catch a big one. That's the cast. Nothing, man. Well, there you have it. There's at least a big fish in here. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna catch one of those that looks like, maybe I'm wrong, maybe they're not 2.5 to 3 pounders, but they really look like they are. This is what I love about a kayak, guys. The versatility is just through the darn roof. And we're off. Okay, this is a first for me, guys. This is awesome. All right, let's get a bait in the water, just see what happens. It's not like you can go too far before you have to make a cast. All right, so I know there's a fish in that little section. Let's see if we can get her to bite. Okay, so I have a theory. We're gonna test it out right now. I think that if I take this off and tie on the fluke, we'll catch one. The question is, do I wanna throw it weighted or not weighted? And I know you guys are gonna think I'm crazy. I'm throwing it with a weight. Guys, I must say, that is a nice looking creek box. It's crazy, but I'm having more fun right now and I'm more excited about this trip than I have been about a fishing trip in a long time. So I'm excited about that box, I really am. I definitely think that this fluke is about to get the job done. Call me crazy, I'm leaving it exposed. I wanna be sure that I catch the fish that bites. All right, drag set pretty tight. I have my weighted fluke. I'm telling you guys, that fish is right there. And I'm gonna watch my line. A lot of times you can just watch your line, and if you see a jump on your line really quick, it wasn't because that little bitty light bait hit the bottom really hard. It means there's a fish on it. Oh no, 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 no. This is terrible. That's gonna be bad. Okay, I'm back. I had to go to the house and get new line. That was a disaster. I have also put a different reel on. It can hold a little bit more line. We're gonna see if that helps us out. I've also got some braided line and a leader. So made some changes. I think we're about to win the game. Okay, well I am back in the game and I have a lizard tied on. I'm gonna make a couple casts right here and just see what I was missing earlier. Maybe that fish will eat a lizard, but I know for sure that there's a decent fish right here. All right, I guess I gotta go. I don't think that I can make that, but we're gonna try it. Let's go. Come on now. Well, that was fun. All right, so I'm getting a lot of bites, but I think that they're brim.
I'm gonna have to put something a little bit smaller on here in a minute. Because like I said, I'm just getting tore up. Tap, 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 tap. Every cast. I would be willing to bet there's probably some good sized bluegill in here. Fish on, baby. What do I have? This feels really big. This feels like a really big fish. Oh my goodness. No way. No way. Oh my gosh, dude. Come here. Holy cow. That is a giant creek fish. That is amazing. That fish is well over 2 pounds and she is so healthy. Show her off to the drone. How about that? I cannot believe that. Caught it on the lizard. You know, it's kind of crazy. This is not, you know, the biggest fish I've ever caught by any means, but to catch a fish like this in a spot like we're in right now, it's just, I don't know, it's amazing. Well, that was one of the coolest things that I've ever had happen in a little creek. I'm gonna get this mama gone. And there she goes. Well, how about that? Let's go. Holy cow. I knew that I was seeing pretty good fish come up to the top water and just swipe at it. And something just told me tie that lizard on. It's gonna look like a crawfish or something that they're eating. And sure enough, man, let's go. That was awesome. Cameraman Chris, we just whacked one, dude. I would have never thought in a million years that a creek like this is gonna hold a decent fish. I have learned something today, and that's what it's all about. I'm ready to catch another one. So I'm gonna keep rocking on with the lizard for a minute. Dude, get a shot of that hornet's nest. Don't get so close to it that they come out and sting me though. I'm serious. That's awesome, guys. Check this out. So I have spotted a hornet's nest up in the tree, and if cameraman Chris touches it with that drone, we're gonna fight. Hey, easy now, it's got a zoom. Good gracious alive. You're gonna have me underwater trying to figure out a way to breathe through a shoe. That's awesome. I don't know that I've ever seen one of those out in the wild. Uh-oh. Got a little one. Got a little baby. That's what I was expecting to be catching out here. There we go. All right, let's try something a little bit different than the lizard. We know that they'll bite the lizard. While we have on a hook and a weight, let's put a fluke on and just see if we can't get something going. I feel like a fluke should get bit. I also like this deeper water that's on this other side. This is just really, really cool. All right, I know I've got some folks screaming at me for throwing a fluke with a weight. I'm about to tie it on weightless. Okay. Still very castable. I'm gonna throw this fluke around for just a little while longer, and I think I'm probably gonna tie on one of those hard baits. Something with some really small treble hooks. I wanna see how big these brim are. All right, well, I have given the fluke a long time. I felt like the fluke was gonna work, and I know that it would. I am going to go ahead and do a bait swap. This little bitty Strike King is something that I was interested in, so I'm probably gonna throw it next. It's got tiny, tiny little treble hooks, so we should be able to catch a brim or a bass or really anything on this bait, assuming that it'll cast good. I mean, this little crankbait here, guys, it's almost too cute not to get bit. Now, I don't know if a big fish will bite it, but I definitely think that a smaller bass or a bigger brim will gobble this thing up. Oh, I just got bit. Okay, I've had enough of that. I have not yet thrown the Ned bait. I think I'm gonna get one of those tied on. Okay, let's see if these bass want a Ned head. I just keep getting bit with a bunch of little fish. So there's only one thing to do, and that's find out what they are. And to do that, I am going with a rooster tail. All right, we're about to learn something now. Oh! Oh, fish on! That's what I figured. Probably something like this little guy. A pretty fish. If you've been watching the channel here lately, you understand my love for top water. Okay, I have the Whopper Plopper. We're gonna see if we can get one of these big bass to come up and eat it. I've parked the yak. I'm gonna make a few more casts up here where I missed that one earlier. She missed it. See if she'll bite it again. Dude, why can't I catch that fish? But she's not a giant, I don't think, but she's definitely worth catching. All right, well, that fish is still there. She bit 3 times. I never could get a hook in her. So I'm gonna fish my way on down the creek with this whopper plopper and probably come back right before we leave with a lizard, and I think I'll get her. A whopper plopper just sounds so wonderful. Fish on. What do we have? We have a tiny, tiny spotted bass. I mean, that fish is almost as big as the bait. That's crazy. These guys have a big, big tummy. That one's eyes aren't quite as red as the other one, but she's a pretty fish nonetheless. It is a lot of fun coming out here and catching them in the creek. It really is. All right, so I just came down the creek with a whopper plopper for quite a while, and I caught one, but I feel like the lizard is gonna be the way to go to catch another big one, hopefully. Anyway, I don't know, I just got a feeling that the lizard's gonna be what gets it done for another big one. And definitely that one that's at the very top that I can't get to bite my hooks and stay on. I want to catch that fish, and I think that a lizard will get it done. So, it's time. It's crazy how many brim live in a place like this. I mean, y'all think I'm kidding. It's literally every cast with a lizard or something like it. I can just feel them tearing it up. I have made it to the final stop, and we're gonna see if we can get redemption on this fish. I know this fish is right here, and it is killing me that I can't catch it. It's gonna be the cast right there. I'm very shocked that she won't bite the lizard. Maybe she's just right up on the bank. So I have thrown a lizard at that fish for, I don't know, 10 minutes. No luck. Just hear me out. Just maybe. All right, this is literally my last chance to catch this big one. Come on, baby. She came up and swirled on it. That's crazy. It's like that's what she wants, but she won't eat it. She won't commit to it. She's definitely still right here, though. All right, I know I said that was gonna be my last bait to try to catch that fish. I said a lot of things. I just think maybe the Helgramite. It's a lot more finesse. All right, let's see what kind of luck we can have. She's got it. She picked it up. No. Golly. She bit it one time and then let it go. I'm gonna be ready for her now. If she picks it up, I'm setting the hook as quick as it happens. Got her! No! She came off. Golly. Oh, man. Talk about feeling like you're just defeated. Man, I had fished for that fish for a long time. And she picked it up once and I was too slow. She picked it up again and I got her, but she came off. So I don't think she's gonna bite again. I'm gonna throw it around a couple more times just to see, but I have lost all confidence. Okay, let's try the PB&J Ned head. Maybe she's wanting some PB&J. I know I am. Come on, girl, give me one more chance. It sounded like me in high school. Oh, there she is. Got her that time. Let's go, baby. Let's go. She gave me another chance. She gave me another chance. Now, how big is she? Come on. Oh, dude, she's got some with her. No, 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 no. Don't get me under the boat. Come here. Come here. Oh, listen. Let's go! Come on! That is what you call perseverance or something. That's when you like never give up. There are some really, really, really pretty fish in this creek, and I am just glad that I've been able to come out here and catch them. Oh man, that makes me so happy. These things are healthy too. They're eating good. Now, when that fish came up, there was like 2 with it, so I know there's more right here, but that's probably the one we've been missing. That is awesome. Oh, man, that makes me happy. And I mean, it wasn't a big fish, but it's been a big, long time that I've been trying to catch her. Man, I have had more fun fishing this creek, I'm telling you, than any trip I've been on in a long time. That was awesome. Genuinely fun. I feel like a kid again. If you like videos like this, be sure and smash that thumbs up and that subscribe button. Get me to 100,000, man. I'm trying to get there. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm going to keep going until I get there. I want that plaque though. I want it bad. Well guys, if you hadn't hit that like and subscribe button yet, please go ahead and do so. I have been having a lot of fun getting back on the water and filming videos like this. Until next time, I appreciate each and every one of you. Love you guys. Miss you already. Peace.